Hello everyone, I am Psycho Content. Sorry for me being quiet right now. It's 5:34 in the morning where I'm living right now. And I want to be quiet so I don't wake up anyone, So I've been watching Treacicle, all these other Treacicle, Doggo review the Five Nights at Freddy's, the Twisted One book. And they both seem, spoiler alert, if you have not read the book, pause right now, go buy it, read it, come back. They seem to think that Charlie is dead after what happens in the book. She seems to... the spring locks seem to trigger and it seems like she's dead. But here's the thing. It's kind of like a writing thing. I don't think Scott has killed her off. She's the main character of the two books. Why would you just suddenly kill off the main character, the one that's most developed right now? I mean, I love every other character, don't get me wrong, but John and everyone else is not really, I don't think they can really carry, the rest of the story on, like Charlie. So, she's not dead. It's I guarantee you, she's not dead. Because I've seen it multiple times in other books. You think the main character's dead. Some of the third book still makes you think that they're dead, but then they come back to save the day or whatever. There's just so much mysteries going on with the second book that I do not think, for 1 second, that Scott actually killed her off. And I'm not saying that she didn't die, but if she did die, she's most likely coming back one way or another. Yeah. So there's that. There's that. So she might come back as a weird and Michael Ennard thing. She might do that. But yeah, there's that. And also, in the book, there's mentions of discs. These discs can alter your vision. In fact, one of the main points in this book is that your eyes deceive you. That's one of the main themes of this book. So, naturally, wouldn't this be a illusion? Because correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like Charlie still has the discs that just alter your vision, right? So maybe when the body of Twisted Freddy goes up in the air and you hear it's not even it's more like that or something. It's not that loud of a snap. Even Jessica, at the end of the book, says that the snap is very unsatisfying. It's not a big crunch type sound that I would big loud clapping sound, if someone were to reel back their hands or their arms and clap. I would imagine that's what it would kind of sound like with these spring locks, right? So it's a little snap. It's not is that, and there's no mention of of hearing of flesh being ripped. There's no mention of that. And there's no mention besides the blood. Really, Charlie's been kind of bleeding for a long time in this book. It's not hard to mention that she might have stabbed herself on something, and that's what caused the snap, and she fainted. It's not that hard to really imagine, but so there's that, and there's also from what I remember reading, she still had the discs with her, like she still had like the disc that altered your perception. I'm sorry if I'm repeating things. I'm very sleep deprived right now because this is what happens when you're a FNaF theorist. You don't sleep for days. But yeah. So there's that, and it's just the discs alter your mind. They make John sick, which they made John nauseous in the book, which again, there's not really a hint as to him being nauseous when Charlie dies, but still it could be like a thing where you get used to it over time after you're introduced to it, and maybe they turn on and they see the worst possible thing that their minds could think of is that Charlie dying. And the whole hand going limp and blood thing, that might be just Charlie Gates accidentally stabbed on something, and her fainting. I don't think she died. There's no way, because it's like a thing like for authors to draw you into the third or final book, is that the main character dies, and you guys read the third book to see what happens, and when you read the third book, they come back almost instantly. So I doubt that she's dead. That's not an option in my mind. Scott puts these details in the book for a reason. The whole your eyes deceive you part, that's mentioned all throughout the book. So there's just like there's too many things that once you look over them, they clearly show to Charlie not being dead. So that's at least right now. I'm sorry for my tired ramblings. I'm just tired right now, so. But yeah, if you like this video, give it a like or whatever. I don't really care, but yeah. Thank y'all for watching. Bye bye.